Hello, my name's Dean Shepherd and I'm the Director of Product Compliance here at TaxCalc, and I'm joined today by my colleague Siobhan Wilkes, Product Director for Accounts Production. We're going to walk you through the key functionality that comes as part of our FRS 102 MLA Medium and Large Accounts add-on to TaxCalc Accounts Production. Before we dive into the product itself, Siobhan is going to give us a rundown of some of the key features that we'll be demonstrating today.
Thank you, Dean. Hi, everybody. Our FRS 102 MLA add-on is primarily for medium and large companies, as they don't qualify for the small or micro companies regimes. So they'd have to apply the medium and large companies regime in all of FRS 102. So as a result of that, when you select FRS 102, we automatically generate a number of the key additional statements, such as the strategic report, cash flow statement, plus a full range of additional note disclosures required, such as auditor's remuneration, fixed asset investments, and a variety of others that are required.
It's also worth highlighting that all the great functionality that comes as standard with TaxCalc Accounts Production applies equally to the new FRS 102 MLA format, such as the fully automated IXBRL tagging, seamless transfer of information between the accounts and corporation tax return, and our two-way integration with the most popular cloud bookkeeping solutions. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Okay, great. Thanks, Dean. So for anybody already using TaxCalc Accounts Production or any of the products in the TaxCalc suite, we take the same simple step approach guiding you through the creation of your client accounts. In the Accounts Production now, as well as being able to prepare accounts for small entities and micro entities, we can now do so for medium and large entities. Selecting the FRS 102 option here will add the additional statements and disclosures that you need for the FRS 102 standards. Let's start with one that can cause headaches for the more junior members of your team and how we can help them, the cash flow statement. So when you select for the FRS 102 standards, the cash flow statement is automatically included in the reports. So if you run a full set of financial statements, the cash flow is automatically generated there from the postings that you've made in the trial balance. So you get the main cash flow statement and then all of the additional notes. There we go, so that's been generated from the postings that I've made and some entries in the screens. But if you go back to your edit notes screen, in the statement of cash flow screen, we've got a hints and tips that you can look at to sort of guide you in the creation of the cash flow statement. So in this particular one, there's a particular item that says that you've got the amounts owed by group undertakings. These items are treated in our cash flow as a default as working capital, but if you'd like to disclose those as loans, then you can tick this option here to do so. These other points here are dynamically generated based on your postings. So this particular one is indicating that I've posted an addition of my tangible fixed assets and asking me if any of those amounts were purchased on finance leases. So if any of them were purchased on finance leases rather than cash, I can enter the amount in here that it was purchased on finance leases, and that will automatically make adjustments on my cash flow in order to cater for that and show them as non-cash movements rather than cash movements. So that's all really good, and you can run through those and see if there are any items that you need to adjust for automatically there. So once that's been done, the other screens in the cash flow statement allow you to make adjustments to any of the other figures in the cash flow that you might want to move around. So it might be that there's some items that are showing in the cash flow as cash movements that aren't cash movements that you want to adjust for, or you might want to move an item that's showing as financing based on where you've posted it, perhaps into operating activities, and these screens allow you to do so. So any items that you adjust in here will be reflected on the cash flow and basically automatically included in there. So it gives great flexibility on being able to move things around and customise them in a way that you want the cash flow to be from your perspective and your clients. So it's really good piece of functionality, I think.
Excellent, thank you, Siobhan. I certainly remember from my time in practice, I probably spent a day or more just trying to get the cash flow statement to balance, even before I went through the process of making sure everything was reflected in the right place. I'm sure that'll be a great time saver for everybody using that. What else have we got?
Yeah, so reporting under the full FRS 102 standard introduces the concept of a strategic report, which can potentially lead to confusion over what information to disclose in the strategic report rather than the director's report. We've therefore included this handy little note switcher that is very quick and easy for you to determine where the note should reside and to change that upon review if necessary. So within the edit notes screen, obviously we've got the selections for the strategic report and the report of directors. And within each of the screens that you could switch between the director's report and the strategic report, there's an option to say whether you want it to appear in the strategic report or in the report of directors. Here I've got this one selected to show in the strategic report, so it doesn't show as being included in the report of directors, and allows me to change that if I want to include it in the report of directors. If I do want to include it in the strategic report because I think it's of strategic importance, it will automatically produce this statement in the strategic report to indicate that, in the director's report to indicate that. So it's really good to be able to just enter the text once and then be able to choose whether it goes in the strategic report or the director's report. And if you wanted to come back in and change it at a later date, you can just choose the option in here to do so. It's really easy to switch between them. It's a really good piece of functionality, I think.
Excellent. A real simple piece of functionality, but I think will be very useful, particularly where you've got companies that are moving from Section 1A into full FRS 102. I know many directors will probably change their mind on where certain things want to be displayed either in the strategic report or the director's report, so having that ability to chop and change as required, I'm sure will be a great time saver. And
for FRS 102, all the additional notes are fairly self-explanatory. They're all sort of the same format as all the existing FRS 102 1A disclosures, and on the whole are generated automatically from the information held within the trial balance. If additional information is required, such as the average number of employees, then we can prompt you for that type of thing in the actual check and finish in the financial statements. So if you go to the check and finish, you'll be able to click on to any errors like that and be able to enter the details in there. So it's really good to be able to drill down directly from the check and finish into these areas where you need to fill in extra information. So within the FRS 102 MLA add-on, we've also added the ability to add additional text disclosures across a variety of all the different notes, and the ability to create your own and standard custom tables. So let me just show you where you can add a custom table. So in any of the screens where there's a text box such as this one, we've added in an option to create a table here. So there's a standard table, which is a standard formatted table in a way that is already formatted for just to enter the details in. So we've got automatic tokens in there, which will show the current year, date and the currency. And then you can just add extra information into there for yourself. The other option we've got is to be able to add in a custom table. The custom table will allow you to enter a certain number of columns for your data and be able to enter anything in there that you'd like, obviously being formatted as you'd expect from a table in a sort of streamlined way. So it's a really good way to be able to enter any additional information into your notes or disclosures that you want to be able to give. One of the other benefits of the FRS 102 MLA licence is that you can add all of the extra disclosures that we've offered for the FRS 102 disclosures into the FRS 102 1A clients. So if you wanted to add something in like a cash flow to an FRS 102 1A client, you've got the option to do so really easily by selecting that you want to add those additional disclosures in. So not only has it got the flexibility for FRS 102, we've also got the extra flexibility for FRS 102 1A.
Thank you, Siobhan, for that excellent overview of just some of the key functionality that we have within FRS 102 MLA medium and large accounts. As always, we're completely transparent with our pricing, and these are all on our website and start at just £71 per annum for the FRS 102 MLA add-on. If you want to learn more about TaxCalc Accounts Production, FRS 102 MLA, or any of the other products in our suite, then please do visit our website. Thank you for watching.